Welcome to Public Wire, your source for small cap market news. The legal cannabis space has seen unparalleled boom since the Farm Bill of 2018 was passed. Choom, OTCQX, an emerging adult use cannabis company that has secured one of the largest national retail networks in Canada, is pleased to announce that it has signed a purchase agreement to acquire Nine Tails Cannabis Inc., a licensed cannabis retail store in Whitehorse, Yukon. Nine Tails is located in Whitehorse's downtown area at 204 Main Street. Upon closing of the acquisition and receiving the necessary regulatory approvals from the Yukon Liquor Corporation, the Nine Tails store will be opened as a Choom branded store once it has completed construction. Additionally, Choom has closed other recent acquisitions, including Green Room, a popular cannabis retail store chain which has operated since 2016. The agreement involves the purchase of location assets from the Green Room, which includes 3 locations in British Columbia and 4 locations in Alberta. The Green Room locations in Alberta and British Columbia feature several premier locations for cannabis retail stores with multiple years of successful operation. One Step Vending Corp, OTCQX, announces finalization of discussions with a premium American manufacturer to create its own brand products for distribution throughout its network. After extensive research and discussions with several private label companies, and following its previous announcement, the company has concluded to cooperate with a premium manufacturer that satisfies all criteria to provide a turnkey solution for CBD infused products. The company is in the process of creating its own line of products that currently include CBD oil with a variety of strengths and gummies. In the future, the currently agreed product line will be expanded to include more products, following the course of the development of the brand. All products will be THC-free and tested by independent laboratories carrying all the necessary compliance certifications of the manufacturer. We are proud to announce the addition of these great brands to the OTC family. enCore Energy Corp, OTCQB TGRUF, is a uranium developer and explorer focused on advancing its portfolio of ISR and conventional assets in the United States. G5 Entertainment, AB OTCQX GENTF, a developer and publisher of games for both smartphones and tablets, has qualified to trade on the OTCQX Best Market. Qron Inc., OTCQB the company is an emerging biotechnology company developing advanced cell-based solutions to combat neuronal injuries with a laser focus on traumatic brain injuries and concussions. The company has 2 products candidates for treating TBIs, both integrating proprietary modified stem cells, MSCs, and smart synthetic material, QS100 and injury-specific 3D printable implantable MSCs synthetic hydrogel to treat penetrating brain injuries, and QS200, an injectable MSC's synthetic hydrogel for the treatment of concussions. The company conducts its research in Israel under service agreements with Ariel University and has an ongoing sponsored research agreement with Dartmouth College. Petroleum Corp, OTCQX UPLC, an independent exploration and production company with natural gas reserves in southwest Wyoming, has qualified to trade on the OTCQX Best Market. Astia International Inc., a leading global provider of field service management and mobility solutions and software AG, an industry-leading provider of IoT software and solutions, have teamed up to offer service organizations a comprehensive turnkey FSM and IoT solution. Astia's Alliance Enterprise, powered by Software AG's Cumulocity IoT platform, offers service organizations a scalable platform that is easy to deploy and proven to simplify asset maintenance, improve equipment uptime, and ultimately elevate customer satisfaction and retention. As the number of smart devices deployed in the field increases, the Internet of Things is fast becoming the cornerstone of innovative and differentiated business solutions. The availability of low-cost IoT sensors, higher bandwidth wireless networks, and more robust cloud computing infrastructure is moving traditional service delivery beyond simple break-fix to a more proactive and predictive business model. The turnkey solutions from Astia and Software AG empowers service organizations to offer the type of proactive, outcome-based service delivery that today's customers demand. Marijuana Company of America, Inc., OTCQB, MCOA, an innovative hemp and cannabis corporation and joint venture partner Global Hemp Group, Inc., announced that their joint venture subsidiary, Covered Bridges Acres Limited, CBA, has started generating revenue through its operation as its hemp farm in Seal, Oregon. Through a combination of the sales of raw biomass plantlets, CBD crude oil, and CBD distillate produced from various processing test runs, along with other farm operations, CBA generated $525,500 in its first year of operation. In its most recent transaction, CBA sold 10,000 pounds of shucked biomass to an Oregon extraction facility for $400,000. The CBA team is currently working with this party and a number of others to complete the purchase of the remaining inventory. Initial CBA was expected to monetize the 2018 hemp biomass after entering into a processing agreement with Richardson Gap Farm LLC, RGF, as disclosed on May 18, 2019. However, RGF was unable to process CBA's biomass due to unforeseen issues with its processing equipment. Although RGF produces high-quality distillate, CBA was no longer willing to delay the monetization of its biomass any further and decided to sell the biomass to another extractor. With multiple offers on the table to purchase the biomass, CBA shucked the biomass and completed the sale. The Supreme Cannabis Company, Inc., OTCQX, SPRWF, is pleased to announce the closing of its acquisition of all of the issued and outstanding shares of a privately held Truvera, Inc. The transaction was completed by way of a three-cornered amalgamation pursuant to which Ontario Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of Supreme Cannabis, amalgamated with Truvera to form a newly amalgamated company, Amelco, which shall operate under the name Truvera, Inc. as a wholly owned subsidiary of the company. Consideration for the transaction consisted of the issuance of approximately 14.7 million common shares of Supreme to shareholders of Truvera. The transaction was previously announced by Supreme Cannabis on July 17, 2019. Truvera shareholders holding approximately 59% of the consideration shares are subject to voluntary lockup agreements in connection with the closing of the transaction, whereby 50% of the consideration shares held by the principal shareholders will be subject to restrictions on sale until released under the terms of the lockup agreements on the 12th-month anniversary of the closing date of the transaction. Cypress Development Corp, OTCQB, CYDVF, has granted an aggregate of 1,550,000 incentive stock options to officers, directors, and consultants of the company. The options are exercisable at 18 cents per share for a period of 5 years from the date of grant. The options have been granted under and are governed by the terms of the company's incentive stock option plan. WeWork, the workspace leasing company, released its initial public offering filing Wednesday, as the company gears up to become the latest highly valued tech company to hit the public markets. Revenue 6 months to June 30th, $1.54 billion versus $763.77 million year over year. Net losses 6 months to June 30th, $904.65 million versus $722.89 million year over year. Members 527,000 plus 97% year to year. The New York-based company will list under the ticker symbol WE, according to a Securities and Exchange Commission filing. It named banks J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Barclays, Citigroup, Credit Suisse, HSBC, UBS, and Wells Fargo as underwriters for the IPO. The company plans to issue an unusual 3 classes of stock, with Class A common stock to be sold to the public carrying 1 vote per share, and Class B and C common stock carrying 20 votes per share. Earlier this year, WeWork announced that it had amended a confidential IPO filing with the SEC, but had disclosed no further terms to the public. The company is reportedly eyeing a September IPO, Bloomberg reported last month. WeWork rents out working spaces to companies from startups to large enterprises like Microsoft. Earlier this year, it rebranded as the We Company to highlight its broadening lines of businesses, which include the elementary school We Grow and the coding academy Flatiron School. The majority of its sales came from office space renting business in major cities in the US and the UK, including New York City, Los Angeles, Seattle, Washington, D.C., Boston, and London. It operates in more than 500 locations, 111 cities, 29 countries, and 5 continents. Earlier this year, WeWork disclosed that for the full 2018 fiscal year, sales doubled to $1.8 billion. Net losses, however, yawned by about the same magnitude, swelling to $1.9 billion for the year. Other newly public tech companies this year also have come to market with steep losses, including Uber, UBER, which posted losses of $1.8 billion in 2018, and Lyft, LYFT, with $911 million in 2018 losses. Thanks for joining us again on Public Wire, your #1 source for small cap market news. Join us next week in introducing companies to the OTC market, discussing second quarter earnings, announcements, and more. I'm your host, Duke Hillinger. See you next time.